Welcome back, basketball fans. Welcome back. So I'm back at it again with another video, and KPA versus Inter Club. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So KPA have possession of the ball. Let's see what they do with it. And deflected. Bring the ball on top of the key, and Okoro just bails him out with that three. You could see all the action has been centered around making sure she gets the ball back. As much as we want to say basketball is a team sport, of course it's a team sport, but you can see KP are just centering the offense around her, and I feel like she is the last person who's supposed to take that basketball. But you can see this deflection here. In Jemima, she was really struggling in this series. A majority of the time, you could see her passes, her shots weren't the greatest, but all in all, you could see the basket. Let me just make sure to take it back so you can see everything frame by frame. So you can see the ball is moving. You can see that screen. Why is she moving the wrong direction? But anyway, Rita gives it to Orlando. Mima grabs the ball in there, deflected, but they're able to recover it. But Okoro is open there on top of the key. She just had that shooting stroke right there, and it's just been working well. And she has been able to do that and be able to get us at least out of that scoring hole. You can't let this team or even another team, when they're playing, they score on you and you're not able to break even there. But Okoro, she came up with that good scoring in there, and her baskets were needed. You can see here it's a turnover. Mima, she got the ball in there, sprints in there, and it's a quick transition basket. And you can see KP had numbers in there. Even if she missed that shot, you could see you've got trailers in there, so it was an easy basket in there. And I feel like her being utilized in this role, one man fast break, this is what she's been doing, especially when it comes to KBF basketball, and she has excelled in that. But the unfortunate thing is, when you're matching up against elite teams in there, it's actually pretty difficult to get such open looks. But all in all, it's just a great game in there. And you could see that basket was needed because number 6 has the ball again, and she has been literally cooking. She's getting in there, doing everything she wants to, and her passes, you could see that's the pass actually Mima was able to deflect, and with that steal, just yields that easy basket in there. And KPA just needed every single basket that they could be able to score in there. And you could see Okoro, she's not the greatest defender, but she's actually pretty solid. She's actually above average, but not that elite as other players in the team. But KPA, I don't think she's expected to be that much of an active defender on that side, because offensively she's also needed at that. But you could see the defense in there wasn't the greatest. You could see number 12 in there. I believe this is Rita. Her back was like that, and that recovery wasn't adequate in there, because she would have had a hand at it if she was able to look at the basketball, but her back was turned at the ball as she was guarding that center, and when she turned, it was just too late. And Okoro, she couldn't be able to get in there, because of course you don't want to foul that player, and especially when they're going in there, you get an easy and one. And that's just about it. So there was actually some pretty much discipline on defense, especially when it came to Inter Club and when they were guarding Okoro, because they knew the offense was centered around her. She passed the ball and she got it right back. And when she bounced at that shot, I feel like she was just literally shot hunting in there. And when I was watching this game, I was like, come on. But anyway, that mid-range field goal in there, bailed us out. But I mean, short hunting is not a good thing, because one thing that I came to realize in watching basketball and also playing is also just picking up your spots on the court and just cashing them in when they matter, especially just knowing where you score the basketball. Is it elbow, top of the key, baseline? Do you like shooting the mid-range shot, just near the baseline, or inside, in the wings? So those are one of those things that I've seen not many Kenyan players are utilizing that, especially when it comes to scoring. So Natalie is in there, she's guarding in there, and it's another quick pass in there, and makes a three. And you could see, like, there's just slow reaction time on defense, and you could see that she was really literally wide open, and you could see you cannot afford to leave a three-point shooting team, and that has shown you that they have the ability to knock down that ball. And you could see Mima's matchup she's not even there. Like, she's given like a lot of daylight in there. You could see even on the other side the way they spaced it out, because they knew KP just collapsed in there. And now this number 3 lady is able to get rid of Natalie, she kicks it out to that forward in there, and they're able to get a quick 3 in there. And I mean, these are the points that KP just kept conceding, and honestly, we're not able to get back in the game. But you could see out of bounds, I mean, just flat feet, just a lot of flat feet in there. Natalie, she just gets blown by, and you could see Medina, although she's in range to be able to block that shot, her timing was just poor, and she just flat out missed it. And you could just see like the lack of defensive awareness in there. And honestly, having that in the team, and that's actually the reason why they were not able to like make some serious noise in there. You can see Natalie in there turning her back like that, running in there. But I don't know, it's like they're swap places. Why is Medina getting the ball on top of the key, and not even on top of the key directly, like a few feet away from the key? So then she's supposed to be sitting and playing inside there, and Natalie is just boxing it out in there. But anywho, I mean, you see her dribble. Mima really struggled. She tried to pull the ball up, quick turnover, and honestly, if you ask me, there was a quick turnover, but keep you able to recover it. But you could see, not a good look for especially a point guard of that caliber. And Natalie almost fumbled it away with that quick pass, and a turnover called. I mean, these turnovers really cost us in the end. But I mean, literally, she just got cooked inside there. This is crazy. She actually, Medina played for the Nike Hoop Summit. She scored 2 points, 8 rebounds. She went on full Dennis Rodman mode in there, but her lack of footwork is wanting. As much as you have like the size, and you have like the height to be able to like play that position, guarding that position down the stretch is something that is required, especially during games. You could see she's being worked at the post. She got cooked, she bit on it, and the nice, the English in there just put her away. And her footwork, hopefully she can be able to work on it, but this was just straight embarrassing. She just got taken to school in there. Let's just look at it again. I mean, this is crazy. And it just tells you everything you need to know about how KPA like grooms their athletes. I don't think that they train like individually. I feel like they train like, team wise, and honestly, you could see the lack of chemistry in there sometimes. Another another turnover in there. What is a turnover? Honestly, KPA, they're just wide open in there. Wide open. You can see number 7 didn't even need a lot of assists in there. Just an ISO play, a screen in there by number 14. Belinda is there. She's not able to, I mean, they're just all flat-footed. All these players are just flat-footed in there. And number 7 just takes it in easily. Because you could see, as much as KPA are collapsing in there, they're all flat-footed and they don't have the quick awareness to be able to get back in there. But honestly, just scored in there. I mean, over Medina, and Medina is actually very tall, and number 7 just was able to just get it in there. KP is just wide open, and their strategy is just picking us up early at half court. At full court, I mean, this is crazy. Okoro has to be given the ball, of course, and Medina with it, and another turnover. Like I said, I mean, if she has a bad game, the whole team just has a bad game, honestly, especially defensively, because I don't think like then she's needed to score that much, but that's another turnover. It's actually pretty crazy, and honestly, not looking good. And now she's playing for the ZX Sparks, man, and this is just crazy. It's too crazy. Natalie, she's signaling there, but unfortunately for this other team, they're able to recover it, and another 3. I mean, and one thing I've come to notice with KPA, like, they can't match any other team's threes. Not only on even the women's side, also the men's side. They're not able to match up and able to, like, shoot the 3 ball consistently. And that's why Interclub were able to win this game, because they're able to like shoot that 3 ball despite the sloppy play in there, and Natalie almost got a hand on it. Interclub were able to recover it, and even with that recovery, you could see nobody. I mean, that was Okoro's player that she was supposed to guard, but unfortunately they're just following the ball, everyone, and leaving an open player in there who was already scored a field goal in the paint. And she lights it up from 3 as the bank is open. Honestly, KP just didn't have an answer for this, and it's just being picked up full court because Natalie, she's actually pretty good, but she's not been able to like play well and consistently at a consistent and efficient rate. So that's a double dribble. I mean, these turnovers, and this is Rachel. Oh my god. I mean, you can count, this is 3 turnovers in there, and the lead just kept ballooning. And honestly, look at even the rebounding. This is a free throw. Give us slow it. Free throw. Then you have Belinda, she boxed out, and also Medina. No, it wasn't Medina. No, it wasn't Medina. It was Rita, and I see she faced her back. Got an offensive board in there by Interclub, and by the time she was able to even going up, honestly, she wasn't able to get a hand on it, and easy 2 points from an offensive board. I mean, look at the luck. And the funny thing is, we don't even know who's supposed to grab the ball. You could see Okoro is way up here. Belinda, she's casually jogging, and you can see Rachel trying to bring the ball up, and you can see Rita is just casually jogging in there, and there's not much like strategy or method going into that offense because everything is just centered around Okoro. Okoro can be able to run it there, and they were just going to try to find her, and they found Mima there. Mima pulls out for the three, man, and she missed it. I mean, her shot is just not falling, and I feel like at this point she was just shot hunting, or KP was just shot hunting. Because when I see this, especially in the game, I just think to myself, you know what? This team is just short hunting and they're not, having some strategy in how to go about, scoring that basketball. We could see Interclub with that rebound. They play the ball quickly in the transition, but unfortunately they're not able to finish that ball, and KPA grabbed that. That's a nice block in there. And there's also the foul. Honestly, I don't want to say anything about the reffing, but anyway, they know best. But looking at this possession late in the second, it was just rinse and repeat again. Linda tries to turn in there, and she does. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, if they went to playing like this, especially at the start, this lead wouldn't have ballooned like that. But anyway, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like as much as KPA are very good, especially when they play inside Kenya and KBF, some of or even a lot of their flaws just keep getting exposed, especially when they play continental basketball. And as you can see from that, this footage, I just want to make sure to mention and see and give us perspective on what it is that I see, especially when it comes to a basketball game that you're watching, and also when I come up with a video just talking about the overall stats. Sometimes they don't tell the whole story, because when you look at the game and you look at the stats, they give you a clear impression, and you look at the footage and the stats, it could give you a clear impression of what happened during that basketball game. And I must say, this was their first game, and it wasn't looking pretty at all. And honestly, if you ask me, the flaws that they make and they win the games, especially here in KBF, and the ones that are making them be very successful in our borders, they keep getting exposed, especially when we go outside to play. Because as much as we want to show that we are very good at what we do, we just keep getting exposed. And not only on the women's side, also the men's side, even the national team side, you can see when KP just meets an elite team, they just fall completely, and their flaws just keep getting magnified. And honestly, if you ask me, not a good look. But anyway, I'll be back in another video talking about the third quarter and just give my 2 cents on it. But please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so that you can get notified on these videos. And I'm out. Peace.